Hey there friends, by now you all have seen the video of Dianne Feinstein fumbling her way through a vote in the Senate and being coaxed not only by her aide, which that's not who you guys in California voted for, that's not who you elected, but also another senator. This is a person just like Biden who is not qualified, anymore at least, to manage their own responsibilities that they have within their own job. Very simple. There are certain things you should be able to do, and being somewhat aware and cognizant of your surroundings and why you are sitting in a particular seat would be a really good indication that if you can't figure that out, maybe you don't belong there. Feinstein has since ceded power of attorney to her daughter. Now granted, this is because there's a dispute over a beach house that she wants managed properly. So let me get this straight. Dianne Feinstein, in her infinite wisdom as a 90-year-old walking sack of old meat, thinks that she's not capable of managing the affairs to gain control of a beach house, a high-dollar beach house at that. But yet she thinks she's perfectly capable of managing the affairs of the state of California and the entire country as a U.S. Senator. I don't see her ceding that power anytime soon, right? Now I want to preface this next part just like I do whenever I talk about Robert Byrd, Ted Kennedy, and a lot of people who are going to pass away who I don't care about. Just because someone dies does not mean that they become a great person. I see a lot of people when they pass away, people say, oh, what a great person they were, and they ignore all the negative garbage and trash in their past. When Ted Kennedy died, the world became a better place overnight. He was a scumbag. He was sorry. His death did not erase any of that. I remember these things. Most people tend to forget them. I'm not going to. And I don't owe anybody an apology to sit back and say when a horrible person dies, that horrible person is gone and we're better off. Dianne Feinstein will be one of those. Dianne Feinstein has worked tirelessly almost her entire career to restrict and take our gun rights from us. She will leave the world a better place once she is gone because that will be one less person trying to take my constitutional rights from me. Now just a real quick idea of Feinstein's background. She claims to have this ownership of the anti-gun community because she found Harvey Milk dead. You'll remember Harvey Milk was a gay activist in the San Francisco area, and she's the one who found him whenever he was shot and killed. Quote, I was the one that found Supervisor Milk's body, and I was the one to put a finger in a bullet hole trying to get a pulse. Once you've been through one of these episodes, once you see what the crime scene is, it isn't like the movies. It changes your view of weapons. I know from first-hand experience what damage weapons can do to bodies. So by Dianne's own admission, simply stumbling across a dead body that you had nothing to do with qualifies you now to tell everybody else that they don't now need to exercise their fundamental constitutional rights that Dianne didn't give to us and our forefathers didn't give to us. They were given to us whenever we were born. We were born into those rights. The federal government and our founders simply recognize that right and recognize the right that we have and restricts the infringement that the government can make against those rights. Dianne, no matter how many fingers she puts into bullet holes of dead bodies that she finds, will still never be able to understand the true fundamental rights that I recognize that we have. She doesn't. She can put as many fingers in as many holes as she wants to. Not trying to be ugly here. I can think of some holes she should probably put them in. But nevertheless, she's no more qualified finding a dead body than anybody else to somehow or another feel like she has the right to take my rights away. Now, one thing that Feinstein has been open about is the fact that she has and carries a gun with her. I don't know if she carries a gun in Congress. That was actually not legal for a while there, which I don't understand why. They break every other law anyway. But nevertheless, she is a concealed carry permit holder in the state of California. So I wonder, after her being on board to restrict veterans' rights if they needed somebody else to handle their fiduciary claims, in other words, if somebody in the VA needed help with their finances, they automatically restricted their Second Amendment rights. Dianne Feinstein supported that. So I wonder if, walking the walk, right? I wonder if she has now given up her firearms because now she obviously is mentally defective, right? She clearly is. I mean, we know that she is. She has admitted to that and saying that I can't handle these affairs to fight for this beach house, therefore, shouldn't she be giving up her Second Amendment rights as a result? And while we're at it, shouldn't Joe Biden be giving up his shotgun based on his current demeanor and actions and inability to string words and sentences together?
God save the Queen, man.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. He's so horrible.